Hey guys, it's Queen. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in today's video we are making lemon and aloe toner. The whole total formulation is 100 grams, so we do not have to work with percentage. We already know what it is going to be. So I added 5 grams of vegetable glycerin. If you need to make a toner, you have to add humectant that enough to stop your skin from drying up or from reacting. So I'm using vegetable glycerin as my own humectant. Then I'm going to be pouring 50 grams of distilled water. Guys, I do not know if you can substitute distilled water for purified water, but it is just better if you work with distilled water, so you can be safe than sorry. So I added 50 grams of distilled water. Guys, listen, I'm actually supposed to add 82.5 grams of distilled water, but I want to add the remaining 32.5 close to the end of the formulation for a reason. When you work with products and when you work with making some things, you will understand when we just want to put the remaining at the end of the formulation, that is after checking the pH, because distilled water won't affect the pH of the product. Distilled water takes on the pH of whatever the product is at that moment, so you are fine to add it anytime you want. So I added 50 grams of distilled water and wrote it down in my book that I have 32.5 grams to write left. It is better if you write it. Do not try to put it in your mind. You are going to forget. I've done it a lot. I've made mistakes a lot. I have to throw away the whole formulation because I forgot to add remaining ingredients in it, or I was wondering why it was really small. Then I added 3 grams of lemon extract. My lemon extract can be used from 1 to 3%. It has some lightening properties in it, so if you want to treat some acne scars, spots, sunburn, and a lot of things, you can always use this toner with it. Then I added 5 grams of my aloe vera. Guys, I always pronounce aloe vera as aloe vera, so pardon me if you hear me saying aloe vera. I'm weird. So I added 5 grams of my aloe vera juice, and I added Panthenol. Guys, I tried searching for Panthenol in the whole of Lagos and I couldn't find, so I just accepted that Panthenol serves the same purpose as Panthenol. So I added 1 gram of my Panthenol. I can actually only use it at 0.5 and 1 gram according to my own manufacturer. Then I added 2 grams of licorice extract. Licorice extract also has some lightening properties in it, so for your spots, this toner is actually one of the best you can use for spots. That is very, very hydrating because it contains some hydrating ingredients and has some lightening properties. I'm using hyaluronic liquid at 1%. Guys, I bought this hyaluronic in liquid form because I just want to walk around with liquid hyaluronic and see how it looks, especially in toner, since toner is just liquid formulation. So working with hyaluronic liquid in toner is great, but it is still better if I still prefer the powder. I don't know, I still prefer the powder to the liquid form of hyaluronic. So guys, you can just mix it up to get your ingredients incorporated, especially the vegetable glycerin. It doesn't really mix that well. Actually mix really well, but you still have to touch it, just mix it up before it will spread evenly into the other ingredients. Then I wrote it down that I still have to add 2.5 grams. Then I subtracted it at that moment, that what should I add and what should I exclude. Then I added 20.5 grams of my distilled water because I'm almost done with the formulation and I just want to add at least almost the remaining of the water. Then I added 20.5 grams and I wrote it down again that I still have 12 grams to add. Please always write everything down because you will forget, especially if you have some other things you are thinking about or doing while working, you can forget. It actually just makes the work professional if you just write it down. Then you mix it all up and then it is time to check our pH. I raised my pH meter in my clean distilled water first before dipping it in my toner. Guys, you can only do this in toner because toner is 100% liquid. You cannot do this in your face wash or your serum or your thick serum or your moisturizer or anything, because you are going to spoil the pH meter. So I checked the pH and it fell to 5.85, which is actually really good for toners. Your toner should be around pH of 5.5, which okay, your toner can be around 4.5, which is an exception for AHA and BHA acids. Then your toner should be around 5 to 6. So I got this toner around 5.71. I think it still dropped, but I really can't see it, which is perfect for your toners. Your toners should not be more than 5. I actually got it to drop at 5.71, and that is best for a toner. You are not going to be hard to eat. You are not going to have any issue with it unless you have an allergy to any of the ingredients. So you should always check for ingredients before buying any products you want to buy, because you can have an allergy and it could just be an allergy and not the fault of the product. So I added in my remaining distilled water, which is 12 grams, because I already checked the pH and the distilled water. Guys, please, before I forget, make sure you always clean your pH meter when you are done rinsing it. The glass in it, do not touch it. It is not a touching something. It's something you should just not touch, because you can end up breaking it. We don't know how fragile it is. You can break it or you can shift it and it is going to spoil. So do not touch the glass in it, and just make sure you cap it before dropping it. Then I added 12 grams of my distilled water, because I'm done with the old formulation. I haven't added preservative, but I'm done with the old formulation. So guys, I want to explain the reason why I'm adding preservative after checking pH. Liquid Jamal Plus is the only preservative I work around with, and it tends to also take on the pH of whatever the formulation is, and it can only work for pH of 3 to 8 or 9. So when you're making your product, though a lot of times your products do not always fall at 9 or fall less than 2, but when you are working with hydrochloric acids, you can actually have pH of 2. So if you've added your preservative before putting your hydrochloric acid or before checking your pH, you are going to spoil the preservative in it, and it's not going to do anything. It's just going to be like a waste, because it's not going to work at that pH that it was even before you balanced it. So it is always better you balance your product, balance the pH before adding your preservative. So I added 0.5 gram of my liquid Jamal Plus, and I cleaned up the cap, because it's a preservative. We don't want dirt getting in it or anything that can spoil it for us. Then I mixed my toner together, just to mix in the whole ingredients, get them incorporated into each other. And guys, this toner is perfect. I'm just really glad that I made it here. So, and I'm glad I'm sharing it with you guys. So this toner is going to treat your sunburn. It will obviously take time, because natural products take time to work, but it's going to treat your sunburn. It's going to treat your spot. It's going to treat whatever pigmentation you have on your skin that you do not like, or that was not there before, probably stress, and it can brighten up your skin, give you back the glowy skin that you deserve, So I got the whole formulation at 100 gram, and my bottle is 100 gram. Doesn't mean I should add everything. I should pour everything inside my bottle. So this is it, 100 gram, and this is our lemon and aloe toner. This toner is best if you are just trying to brighten up your skin. So guys, this is the lemon and aloe face toner. Thank you for stopping by, and do not forget to subscribe to my channel so you can get more updated when I post more videos.